When we think of the highest paid stars in Hollywood, names like Robert Downey Jr., Brad Pitt, and Tom Cruise come to mind. Their $20 million plus paydays per movie are legendary. Keanu Reeves, however, is not someone who immediately springs to mind when discussing Tinseltown's most prosperous elite. Yet, the star famed for playing beloved neo-noir heroes has quietly built an estimated personal fortune of over $360 million. For those doing the math, that places Keanu among Hollywood's top 5 richest actors. Unlike Downey Jr. or Cruise with their massive Marvel and Mission Impossible paychecks, Keanu isn't typically the first pick for studio tentpole films. Most of his most acclaimed hits, like the Matrix trilogy or John Wick movies, operate on more modest budgets. So how exactly did this understated icon become one of Hollywood's richest stars? As it turns out, the answer lies not in Keanu's acting resume, but rather in his shrewd business investments. Yes, behind that zen-like public persona lies a remarkably savvy investor. While less celebrated as a modern-day Warren Buffett, Keanu has amassed his immense wealth through surprisingly prudent financial decisions. Curious, what money moves turned this legendary on-screen ass-kicker into a real-life financial powerhouse? Well, then follow along on an insider tour of it. Number 1. Motorcycles and franchises. It's little surprise that a known motorcycle aficionado like Keanu sought to invest in custom bikes. In 2011, Keanu co-founded Arch Motorcycle Company, which produces elite, bespoke motorcycles for affluent enthusiasts. Costing $100,000 or more per luxury ride, Arch quickly became LA's celebrity biker club of choice, while earning Keanu millions in annual income. Yet Keanu didn't stop there. Leveraging the brand equity of his hit Matrix and John Wick franchises, he negotiated an ownership stake in those lucrative properties. This means Keanu earns ongoing royalties from DVD sales, streaming distribution rights, licensed products, and any future sequels or spin-offs. With both the fourth Matrix movie, The Matrix Resurrections, and John Wick, Chapter 4 now released, those franchises represent prime lifelong income stream. Number 2. Venture capital wins. Keanu also crucially earns income from various venture capital funds, which offer pooled investment in startup companies. As a partner in firms like Tech Wealth Syndicate, he receives valuable equity when those ventures later get acquired or go public. For instance, Keanu held early stakes in technology, pioneers like Kimball Musk's kitchen restaurant chain and video doorbell company Ring. When megacorporations like Amazon later purchased those startups for hundreds of millions, Keanu pocketed a healthy share. Number 3. Real estate home runs. In an arena long favored by Hollywood's elite, Keanu struck real estate gold through a series of timely property investments. He's owned various in-demand LA area homes that have substantially appreciated over time. Keanu particularly made a fortune after purchasing a Hollywood Hills compound in 2003 for under $5 million. A decade later, at the market's peak, he sold that same property for almost $20 million. Talk about appreciation! With impeccable instincts for spotting up-and-coming neighborhoods before prices skyrocket, Keanu continues to collect impressive profits from flipping select luxury homes. Number 4. Savvy salary negotiations. Even on traditional acting jobs, Keanu leveraged his marquee name for ownership stakes that enhanced his overall wealth. On the Matrix sequels, he astutely negotiated an upfront lower salary of $10 to $15 million in exchange for back-end bonuses. With those mega hits combining for over $1.6 billion globally, Keanu received an additional $35 million payout. Reports suggest that for John Wick 4, Keanu Reeves may have received a base salary in addition to a possible profit-sharing agreement. The exact details of his compensation haven't been publicly released. Number 5. Generous philanthropist. Now reportedly worth over $360 million, Keanu hasn't kept those wealth spoils purely for his personal benefit. He's bestowed an estimated $80 million thus far on charitable causes, focused on cancer research, children's hospitals, and the arts. Having endured immense past tragedy with the loss of loved ones, Keanu recognizes the fleeting nature of money. As he insightfully states, "Money is the last thing I think about. I could live on what I have already made for the next few centuries." Of course, his free spending only extends to altruistic aims, not himself. Despite immense wealth, Keanu maintains a minimalist lifestyle, residing often in mid-level hotels without even a mansion to call home. He continues driving the same classic Porsche he's owned for decades. At heart, he remains that same humble soul who first arrived in Hollywood. So what lessons can we gain from Keanu's financial rise to the top? Clearly, one doesn't require Marvel-sized paychecks to join Hollywood's billion-dollar club. With astute investing, even stars of modest-budget films can ultimately hold more wealth than those banking massive salaries. Like the saying goes, it's not how much you make, but how much you keep. By riding hot startup investments and maximizing film ownership deals over quick payouts, Keanu grew his money the smart way. Even beyond shrewd business deals, Reeves also teaches the wisdom of generosity and simply staying grounded. Clearly, money hasn't changed him. He continues riding the same motorcycle while giving away vast sums to help others. Ultimately, that is why he remains universally beloved. It's not just the iconic on-screen roles, but also the humility and kindness he radiates. So next time you hear about massive movie star salaries, remember the outlier. Keanu Reeves proves the biggest Hollywood paydays happen not in front of cameras, but behind the scenes. His story represents both a rich financial and philosophical lesson for us all.